Test mic. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So it's just gonna be a short stream today, as I'm just gonna fix and update my loot filter, and I still have, I think, still more work to do on the loot filter. The skeletal mages, the profane oblation build, and right now this is a warlock talent tree now. So but anyway, I think tomorrow, if I'll be able, I don't think if I'll be able to finish everything today, but if not, eh, oh, I thought it was it doesn't have any head. um So yeah, if I'm gonna finish everything today, then probably tomorrow we can start practicing our leveling progress, and then also to check our loot filter and if everything is doing okay. Cast speed, damage overtime with intelligence, spell critical strike chance, ward retention. Is that the one that I'm looking for? Oh, speaking of this, I think I still have some update that I need to do here. Recolor. Oh, sorry, this is Demolition Mage. The Witchfire. Okay. I think I need to change this as so this is now what did I call with this again? Affixes for unique LP. Affixes for unique LP. And then here on the relic as well, affixes for unique LP. Okay, and then for this one, so I would say this is early gearing. Early gear, so meaning that's why it has all of the what they call the implicit affix of the different kinds of the relic. However, for the affixes, I strictly controlled what are the affixes that that I need, at least one of them for now, just in case you need them. So, and then if you don't have, if while you're still farming with the downfall of the righteous, so okay, let's call this now as haven't I changed this already? Probably I didn't save it. Early gear. Can I hit enter so that it will... Maybe let's do so that I'll just copy paste everything. Then next is the rings. Again, all of the subtypes, and then it has the 6 affixes. Why it has 6? I guess I have different variables for the rings. Okay, so this is early gear. Exalted, rarity, exalted, advanced options. With at least one of these affixes on the same item. Weaver's Will, legendary potential. Legendary potential can be rare attribute. No, this is for unique. It doesn't apply on the exalted. Give me a second. Affix count. Sealed affix. Give me a second here. Affixes. With at least one of these affixes. There is, what is it? I remember there is a setting that says, with at least, if you have an exalted, like minimum. Tier of individual affixes must be No, I think it's not the advanced options. Did they change the loot filter options? I remember there is a setting that says tier of individual affixes. Items can have up to 7 tiers late game. Tier of individual affix. I believe this one more or equal than 6. Tier of individual affixes. Items can have up to 7 tiers late game. I wonder if you can change this setting so that well, basically if you say this is an exalted item, tier of individual affixes must be more or equal than 6. Because when you say this is an exalted item, unless total affixes, I think tier of individual affixes must be like if you have, I think you're restricting, I think when you go on higher, what's that called? When you go on higher difficulty, if you don't want the 6, then maybe you can set this to 7 so that you're only getting 7 more or equal. That's why it says more or equal than 6. I'm gonna check this out too. Anyway, again, let's start with Early gear. Again, this is early gear. Early gear. What else? All the non-emphasized red color. Okay, guess one more. So this is early gear now. The emphasized red color. What should I call this one? Not build specific. Say target implicit. Specific. Or shall I call it like a specific item? Well, everything is specific because you're filtering them. Target. Subtype. This one. So now it has, like, for example, this one, we're looking for the ivory ring. And I believe ivory ring is... Oh, hey, give me a second. Why ivory ring? Okay, that's correct. Okay, my bad. Where am I? Okay, okay, good. Because I'm looking on a second monitor to check on the I didn't realize I was looking on the demolition mages, and then it says minion damage, and then it was the turquoise. Okay, that is correct. That is correct. Ivory ring. What else? Ivory ring. Ivory ring. That is the target. Build specific. So this is target subtype. Bone amulet. Bone amulet is necrotic and physical resistance. Then color early gear, build specific. You also. What is arcane boost? The arcane boots, movement speed, and then war decay. Okay. Target subtype. Target subtype. haven't watched. I saw that there was a movie, a trailer. Is it a trailer or a preview of? Oh no, not the trailer. Sorry. The patch notes for season 3 of Last Epoch. So let's go over with that patch notes tomorrow. I think there will be more updates and changes coming on season 3, not just on the hype week that they have shown us on their blog. So there will be, I believe there's so many things that will be unfolding on that patch note. So we'll see. Probably it's not just the Abomination. Probably there's some other minion builds that there might be some fun to play with on season 3. The only thing is, like, season 3 is coming on Thursday. PTR of Diablo is going to start on Tuesday, then Wednesday. So I'm torn between, because I'm still gonna level, right? So I would say Thursday, then Friday I would say I'm still leveling. By Saturday, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna continue on Friday. Probably, if I'll be able to finish my PTR testing until Wednesday, if I don't have any much more to test, probably on Saturday I will go back to PTR, and then on Sunday I'm gonna stream again, and then I'm gonna continue on Last Epoch, and then throughout the rest of the weeks until again season 10 of Diablo is going to be live again. It's going to be live, not again. Early gear, build specific, target subtype so that it's clear. Target subtype, same thing with this. Okay. And then for the idols, I think build specific, I think this priority salvaging, the purpose of this one is to really highlight the item, because those other non-emphasized salvaging loot filter, the reason why I did this, so that you can either skip if you find that this item is like, you have so many shards of this item, then you can now focus on, when you see a purple like highlighted in purple, then you know that this needs to be mandatory salvage. This is a priority to be salvaged, and technically it contains a specific a rare affixes that you may need. You can either use a not just the rune of shattering. What is that? The rune of extraction. Wherein where is that? Let's check it out. Rune of discovery, rune of removal. Oh, removes a random affix on an item, returning a number of shards. So it's random. So still, there's a high chance that you will not shatter. That you will not be able to get the shards of a particular affix, because by shattering, it doesn't always return all of the shards of the item. Sometimes only 2 out of 3, even 1 out of 3, and if you're lucky, then everything will be salvaged. Sorry, everything will be shattered, and all of the affixes on the item will be returned to you as shards. Okay. And then recolor, what is this one? Priorities. Weaver idols. What is the Weaver idol here? Increase critical strike chance and critical strike multiplier. Health, elemental resistance. So that is the humble, I believe. I don't need this anymore. What I need is the adorned. Damage over time at low health. And then ward retention. And then the stout, the one I'm using right now, this one has the health, elemental resistance, or the Weaver version, which is ward per second and ward retention. Or we can go with damage over time. Do I need damage over time here? Increased damage over time and chance to apply frailty on hit. We can use this one. If we feel like we don't need this anymore, we can use the increase over time and chance to frailty on hit for more damage over time. I think all of the idols are in the right filter. Word retention, that's correct. So gearing, ring. I have for the ring, so blue is for the jewelry, blue is for the orange is for the relic, and then red for weapons and offhand. What do I have here? Experimental, nope. Why? I have here character dependency 65. So meaning this is my leveling. The leveling relic, and then weapons and offhand. And then I have various. So blue for the ring and the amulet. Okay. Okay, so I think this is all good. Maybe export. It says on the folder Witchfire Warlock 8:51 p.m. Okay, it is now saved. Probably I'm just gonna update my the shared loot filter. Okay, let's go now to the Demolition Mage. I think there's so many things that I need to work on this one. So recolor, idols, early gearing, pain, shattering. Priority. Fix. This is yeah, we can say priority. What happened to the did I accidentally remove the weapon or not? Why it has a number 35? Oh, change it to the same color as what I have. Okay. Now relic. So what I'm using for the mages, it was here. Oh, I'm not using a relic. I'm using a two-handed weapon. So never mind. Necrotic damage. Spell damage. Word per second. Increase fire damage. Minion fire damage. Word decay threshold. So no relic. No relic there is, but no offhand. Okay. For which fire I have an offhand, right? Yep, I have. Okay. So this is shattering for regular affix. Then priority. This one is priority. Or that is selected only. Increase spell damage. No, not this one anymore. Spell damage. Increased damage. Is there an intel on the amulet? Apparently there's no intel on the amulet. So I just changed it to necrotic damage. Not okay. Let's go back. Priority. So the one I'm looking for is necrotic damage. This one. Then on the armor, increase minion health. We did this one so that our minion is not dying all the time. Okay, increase damage and then increase minion health. Okay, let me change on the belt as well. Minion health should be necrotic damage. Because with regards to the Profane Oblation, we are not scaling the damage. We are not scaling the damage of that Profane Oblation through our minions, but basically our spell damage. The mages are there to trigger the Profane Oblation, and the Profane Oblation is basically a spell damage, not a minion skill. That was my mistake when I was playing the build. It's like I was focusing on minion damage, but technically it was not scaling from the minion damage, even though it is coming out or being triggered by the mages. But apparently they are a skill. They are non-minion. They are not scaling with the minion damage. Okay. Anything else that I missed? Experimental. I mean, if we are going to use the Exsanguinous, if that is going to scale our, if that will give us more ward, then we might need the boots. I forgot the name of the boots, the one that says steps, that increases your ward per second, and then along with your Exsanguinous. Okay, ward per missing health. We can also, yeah, that one could be a priority as well. Increase movement speed, intelligence. Oh yeah, speaking of, I think we also need, I think intelligence is just a regular affix. Critical. Critical strike chance for skeletons and skeletal mages. No. Mages. Spell. Increase spell damage per skeletal mage. Okay. Product damage. Oh, speaking of health. I think hybrid health is what we need. Increase health. Or regeneration. I think added health with added health and regeneration. Okay, this one is okay. So let's turn it into relic. So relic, this is I forgot. Early gear, and then target subtype. No subtypes? Why? You could go with the Acolyte. And then for Force, Intelligence, Affixes. Spell damage, cast speed. Oh no, we don't need the cast speed. Actually, we don't need the cast speed. We need minion speed. Do we have that minion cast speed? No. Only, oh no, that's Primalist. About speed. Need attack speed, spell attack speed, movement, acolyte. So no minion attack speed. Okay. Only on our talent tree. On our passive tree. Okay. Things here. Subtypes are good. Cast speed. Added health or added health regeneration, that's fine. Critical strike multiplier. Yep. Then for target, now if we have the target implicit, the target subtype, then in order to really get the benefit of this relic, so we have at level 51 and then the decaying homunculus, increased necrotic damage, blah blah blah, minion damage, minion health. I don't think we need this one. Poison resistance and ward per second. Nope. I mean, if our mages are dying, we can also get these rune bones. But I believe we now have a new affix that when our minions die, that one of our weakest minions are healed. But anyway, we're just gonna figure out which one is going to be better. At this point, we need more DPS, so we're just gonna increase our DPS. Affixes, subtype, necrotic damage. So we are going to focus on increased necrotic damage. So now that we are now targeting, so early gearing, so we need this one, right? So we need this one. So we have multiple affixes that we can that we need. But if we're now going to target the right subtype, then it's better to really target the right affixes here, which is it needs to have. So my filter here, it's only focusing on necrotic damage, then critical strike multiplier. For the health, no added health, just health and regen. Oh no, these two only. Then health recovery, health regeneration, no more. Acolyte, level of summon skeletal mage. I don't think I need this one. +1 to skeletal mage, increase minion damage, endurance, and then health. Okay. Do we have intelligence also on? Give me a second. Do we have intelligence on the relic instead of? Oh yeah, there is. How about instead of critical strike multiplier, I will just go with intelligence, like more intelligence. That is more ward retention. More ward retention meaning we can retain a big amount of ward. Because the more that we gain more ward, the more it will decay. Like in this case, like I think how much is our ward retention? 250%. And because of that, 250%, I believe 250% of our life that we can retain, like 2. That's why times 2.5, like 4, then 6,000. So basically, approximately that there is a calculator. This one. Basically, that's the decay. So the higher that the more that you're increasing your ward, if you have a very low decay, then the rate of the ward decreasing is going to be much more faster as you build up your ward. I think that is the only way for them so that the ward generation will not be abused to be generated so much that the character is almost unkillable. I remember there was during the first season, like somebody was able to, especially the Acolyte build, most players were able to like reach like a 100k ward. Like it's almost unkillable. Not almost, it's basically unkillable already because it has a 100k ward. Anyway. So back to Relic. Do I have intelligence here? Okay. Intelligence, okay, good. Relic. So what are the 4? Necrotic. No more critical strike multiplier. We'll go with intelligence and then health and health. Okay, that's good. Then rings. So this is early gearing. Like why there's only a few affixes here? Early. Course subtypes. Then we can choose all class. And then on the rings, necrotic damage, minion health, and then health plus regen. We can have intelligence on the ring. The thing is, we need more minion health. Give me a second. Can we have, instead of necrotic damage, should be intelligence here? Because intelligence also still increases our damage. It still increases our damage, and plus intelligence also increase our ward retention. So it's like we're hitting two birds at the same time. So I feel like that sounds cruel, like hitting two birds with one stone. to make uh to make your point. Anyway, that sounds cruel. Damage type, necrotic damage. Right. And then we need minion health. I feel like when we are, I wonder if we're going to play the Abomination, do we need minion health and minion health regen so that it will keep on increasing? But yeah, well, considering that it's not enough for him to heal with that new passive skill. Was that Forbidden Teachings? Anyway. Oh, that's why there's only very few spell damage, damage type, necrotic damage, health, health and health regen. So those are correct also. I think with regards to the resistance, based on my affix, I think I'm getting all the resistances from the idol. I'm getting the resistances from the idols. I think that's it. Only 7. That's the only 7 that we are trying to target. Okay. Early gear. I think subtype decaying homunculus. Okay. Hey, give me a second. Am I done here? This one. So target subtype. Why do I have to? Turquoise or necrotic resistance and decay threshold. I don't think I still need this one. Only this one with minion health and minion damage. The thing is, well, we don't really need the minion damage, but we need the minion health for them to be to have a good survivability. However, I can go with Copper Ring for more critical strike chance, or more ward decay threshold. The thing is, we're not really good on ward. We're still okay on generating ward, but unlike on the acolyte, the warlock, it has a very good ward regeneration. So that that necrotic resistance that increases your ward generation, plus it has the ward decay threshold. That's why that ivory ring is. I think that's the one that I use on the target subtype on the ring of the Witchfire warlock. Vitality, regen, increase fire damage, mana, minion damage. Oh, give me a second. Speaking of warlock, give me a second before I forget. Am I using Am I not using any more? I remember I'm using a mana regeneration. Like this one, mana regeneration. I have one here. Increase movement speed. Cooldown recovery. Or I was able to solve it by just this one. What is this one? Purity. Belt. Spider silk. Oh, I think this is the one I need. I think I managed to solve the problem with my mana regeneration. I think it's because I'm not using the I think there was this node that makes it more, I think this one, mana cost and then one more projectile, but I believe I was able to manage to that I don't need to invest on this one for more projectile. Anyway, okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, back to ring. I think we're good now with the ring. Then amulet. I'll be streaming until before 10 p.m. around 9:50, I guess. Like just before 10. So that I can wake up early tomorrow so that I can stream. I'll be streaming at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, amulet. Early gear. You know what's cool with I know the schedule between some games are conflicting with each other. Of course, we cannot control that because each game company has their own schedule. But I just realized, like, even though you know, Last Epoch and Diablo 4 and other RPG games are basically, they are competitor, but technically they are, all of them are opportunities that, you know, if every season they are doing some new stuff, new improvement, better improvement for the game. If you come to think of it, it's like you have the opportunity to play next season on a different game. Then after a few weeks, you can play again on another game that has a new mechanic and a new improvement of the game. It's like you're having this a series of game time that you are enjoying playing between games. Like sometimes I don't feel bad, like, of course, like for example, oh, Last Epoch have this, why Diablo 4 doesn't have this? Oh, Diablo 4 have this, why this other game doesn't have this? It's like, it's good. It's like they have their own variety. Like, you know, you can play Last Epoch with more complex on skill tree and stuff, and then Diablo 4 is a bit easy, but it's also improving. So yeah, that's good. Okay, amulet. What are we having for the amulet? So I'm looking for necrotic damage and minion health. But surprisingly, what I did is, should I go with the health regen and then intelligence? Like more regen, right? More regen. More survivability. I'm thinking, is there any chance, like for example, with at least one of these affixes on the same item? I think when you go a higher restriction, maybe we can increase or add another, maybe this one, like 2 affixes, and then the other is 3 affixes, and then the other is 4 affixes, and then you can just keep on turning off the other filter so that you are now making it more stricter and stricter. Anyway, turquoise. Okay, for the amulet, we're not looking for the spell damage. Give me a second. Added spell damage applies at 350 effectiveness. So it scales with necrotic, spell, area, and intelligence. However, the intelligence is 4% per point. So if the T6 intelligence is approximately, say, 13 times 4, so that is 52% increase. But the T6 necrotic spell damage, T6 necrotic damage is approximately 95. So it's like almost double the value, like almost 80% increase. So you have the option, keep on going with the intelligence, because I still haven't tried whether that will increase our survivability. It's like having the intelligence increases more of our giving us more survivability, I would say. Because this build, I believe, has so many intelligence. There's 7 here. There's 22 here. There's 12 here. And right now, I'm at 77 intelligence. And I believe some of these are coming from the our passive tree. I think intelligence, give me a second. Where is defense? Ward retention, ward decay threshold. Where is ward retention? Can't remember. Is it here? Here, sorry. Each point of intelligence grants 4% ward retention. So if we have 77, the 77 times 4, so that's 28 to 80, so 308 ward. I think it's here, sorry. Oh, it's only 250. Was it yesterday? This is already 308. Am I getting scammed? I don't think that I changed again on my gear. Yeah, remember that was already 308. That is already 308. Because ward retention 4 times 77, so that's 280. 7 times 4, so that's 28. So that's 308 ward retention. That is why 308, so 2190 times 308, so that's approximately 6,000 So that is the amount of ward that you can retain. So that's why you can see 7,042. It can keep the 7,042. But of course, as we increase our huh? Ah, okay. I haven't because I need to cross the 350. Are you kidding me? But we still have like 5,000. We're still a bit fragile. We still need to be careful on. But it's strong. Something's wrong with that ward retention there. $206. We lose 44. 4 times 80. 4 times 22 intelligence. So that's 4. And that's 88. I think something is wrong with the word retention here. So it's supposed to be 308, right? Minus 88. $228. We only lost 44. Oh, give me a second. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Each point of intelligence grants 4% ward retention. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So, well, going back to our it's like a chill. Like all you need to do is like when the witchfire is activated, it's like it's game over. It's like it's going to melt the enemies in a wide area. Basically, it's the we have the witchfire, but the downfall of the righteous. What it does, it creates another aura. It creates an aura because the witchfire that we have on our skill tree, on our passive skill tree, is just the only enemies that inflicts that has the ignite overload and the dam overload as well. And dam overload, I believe 20 stacks. How many stacks is dam overload? 20 stacks, and then which ignite is 25. Was that? 25 for the ignite. So when they have 20 of the dam, 25 of the ignite, then they now have the switch fire. But only the enemy that has the ignite and the dam overload stacks that met the requirement will only gain that witch fire. However, what the righteous of this relic does is that it creates an aura. It's create this big aura of witch fire that deals fire and fire and damage and necrotic damage over time. So that's why it's good. It's so good. Okay. Rings. Turquoise. I think we're done with the rings. I think we're now moving to the amulet now. I was saying about necrotic. No necrotic penetration. Probably I'll just go with the necrotic damage. Necrotic damage. And what's again on the amulet? Necrotic damage, minion health. No more critical strike multiplier. Am I on the amulet? Okay. What we need is minion health. I believe maybe I don't need the minion health here. If they have a good survivability on season 3, maybe I think I'm good with that. Okay, let me update this planner that I have. Prefix, minion health. So we go with multiplier. Okay. And then added health and regeneration. Okay. Oh, no more regeneration here. Added health. Okay, so health regen per second. Added health regen per second. Then what is this health regen that I have here? Of renewal. Okay, so it's health regen per second. Okay. So we'll be combining ward and health regen for more survivability. Yeah, for early gear, necrotic and necrotic penetration, health, then health per second, that's fine. Or maybe minion health if you need minion health. We can do that. That's for the early gear. But for... okay, subtypes. Minion damage, minion critical strike chance. I don't need this one. I think lightning and fire? Am I going to miss lightning and fire? I believe I am. Okay. Then I just need 4. So no more necrotic penetration. Critical strike multiplier. Added health. And then health per second. Okay, that's good. So now we're good with this one. Subtype. Target subtype. Okay, now let's move on to helmet. Early gear. Subtype. We have 2 again. Okay, so here I need the spell damage, added increase health and increase. This one is okay. Then health regen, that's correct. Attributes, we can have... I think we'll go with intelligence, then spell, acolyte, increase spell damage per skeletal mage, shared increase necrotic damage. We don't need that. Increase critical strike chance for you and your minions. That is still fine. Now, target subtype. Ward decay threshold or armor, spell damage. I think this is what we need. Again, for the helmet, we need all acolyte. Then for the amulet, subtypes, all classes. They have the same option, subtypes. Yep. Okay, moving on to the affixes. Added health, increased health. I think added health. Give me a second. What if I change this to added health? Right now, I'm having 3841 in health. Suffix, health. What if... no more? I got lesser life. This one is much more better. Ox. Uh-oh. I ruined my planner. I'm looking at the amulet. Of life, correct? Health. Yep. Sorry, added health. So this is correct. It was the helmet. This one is somehow much more potent. You can still use the added health, but on the target subtype. Oops. This one is better. Still have 5. That's correct. Nope. 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 Increase health. And health regen. Health regeneration, not of regrowth. This one. Then intelligence. Those are the 4 for now. Okay, we're good. Boots. But for the boots, I still have to check whether if I need the exsanguinous and then that the sly steps. Why am I trying to figure out? I have it here. Last steps of the living. And then we can add this experimental affix, current health loss per second. So combining all of these 3, that will give a good amount of ward regeneration. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? Boots. Early gear. Oh shoot, I'm going to end. I'm almost done with my stream. Probably I'll just finish these boots and then I'm done for the day. Then I'm just gonna continue with the rest. I think there's I'm halfway. Okay. Then after I'm done with this, and then I'm gonna start playing probably let's build. I'm gonna try to create a planner for the abomination. I'm gonna play and then I'm gonna run through with do a dry run of the leveling and then see if the loot filter is working properly, like if it's going to filter the right affixes. And I think before I continue with the boots, I think I'm still missing something here. The weapon. Basically, this will turn off at level 65. I still have to check whether level 65 is the ideal that it will gonna stop. I think what we need here is spell damage, necrotic damage, necrotic penetration. So we know if it's red, it contains an offensive affix. Health, ring. I think for the ring, we'll be focusing on. Why there's only 2 affix here? Health gear. What is health gear? I think more focus on the health, I believe, for survivability. I think for the ring, probably this should not be the ring. I think this one, let's focus is on, yeah, resistances and the armor. Are you focusing on just the ring or not? Then this is, the green is for leveling resistance. This is health and defense. Then leveling offense gear. Then we're gonna turn this on when you're leveling, and then as you progress on the late game, once you gain those, for example, once you got your specific relic, then you can start turning this off so that you can start gearing your character. Probably you can start turn this off, and then as you play, if you're confident that your build is already strong, then you can start basically, once these are good for exalted items. So once you get to the Fate of Monolith, if you're playing already on that Fate of Monolith, since this one is not probably if we can turn this as if we add rarity, like only up to rare, then it will stop on rare. So therefore, this target and early gear specific items is now start to filter once they starts dropping those affixes. So I think that's the idea. Like this one will only be rare, but it needs to have a character dependency, or it doesn't need a character dependency. We're just gonna turn this off when you are, because I'm still gonna figure this out. If there is a certain level that we can already stop doing it, then that's good. Like we don't have to turn this off. Like, oh, when you reach level 65, you are already confident that you are on the monolith, then this one is gonna be automatically turns off by that time. Or we can add that rarity, like basically we're not getting the exalted items on the early gear. So I guess once we can set the rarity to rare only, so that, but the thing is, if we're setting it to rare, then it will still filter if the item contains an affix, and then sometimes rare item will still drop on higher difficulty. What's again? Forgot the name of the difficulty. Corruption. The level of corruption. So as you climb on higher corruption, then you're still getting magic and rare items. I think it needs to have the character dependency level so that it will stop Like at, I think for example level 60 is the ideal level, that you are already at the monolith of fate, that this one needs to be turned off, then it will turn off automatically. So yeah. Let's set it to 65 for now. Probably I'm gonna check the previous leveling that I did on this season, and then what is the level that I reach the monolith of fate, and that will be my guide, if that is really 65. And then so tomorrow I'm just gonna continue on updating this, and then probably I'm gonna create a filter, and then I'm just gonna create a planner first, and then gonna do some dry run if the filter is working properly. Then if I still have the time, then probably I'm gonna go play the Abomination build and just want to feel how the Abomination gameplay works. So yeah, that's it for me today. So I'm gonna stream again tomorrow, and thank you very much for tuning in and for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.